Hello everyone, this is QuantumSink here. Today will just be a short one about xAPI statements. Uh, Once again, I'm going to have to look at JSON blobs. Oh, not yet. Oh, there it is. Oh, wait, that's just the console. Oh, but it'll get bad. Don't worry. See, we use a plugin called H5P xAPI. It's not a great name, but what essentially it does is that it takes the actions that we interact with here with our xAPI application and translates that into JSON, which is the JSON input that it's giving to xAPI. So let's just solve this here. Pick a word that describes good. I mean, pick a random word there. I don't know. Oh, I'm right. That's great. This one's for you. You know who you are. Anyway, we can look into the details of each JSON blob as we can see that it creates one for each time we interact with it. Um, so the main things you need to see here are your actor, your context, your object, and your verb. And the next one actually generates a result, but we can go into that in just a second. First of all, the actor is me. Look at my email. Wish I could hide that. Oh well. My name is admin because I am the admin. And that's actually that simple. Context will vary depending on what the xAPI activity is for. Um, Not really much to say for this one, but our object here has its own ID because it points to what the object type is. Got a good all activity, not bad, pretty cool. This one will just be you pick whatever word, fun, right? Yeah, yeah, pick the right word. I think I did a good job. Anyway, verb will be whatever statement type is there. When you first click on it, you've interacted, and then you go down here to answered for our verb, and that is because we input our answer and it submits, and it gives us also this result part here, which tells us did we complete it, and there's a success true, which it is in this case, all correct, all in order. Not bad. Let's take a look at what this looks like inside of a database. And for what I'm going to do here, I'm going to go into that Pikachu abomination, and we can close this down. And what it will show you is our entries here. And for each kind of thing we've interacted with xAPI, our actor is still me, verb is still answered at the end for here. And then we have object, and then the name, which I just kind of spam letters into, if I'm being perfectly honest. But uh, then we have the description, which is essentially uh, the prompt that I gave. You have your choices, and then you have your responses. This column for choices can actually be about as big as you need it to be for one of those types, but it'll be a big blob for sure. Speaking of blobs, you can see the whole xAPI JSON input here, just kind of consolidated into one part of the database. That's fun. But this is important to note because all of this is what gets sent into an LRS. That would be just how we store this can tell us, hey, this is what the individual has answered here for this object. And at each stage, which would be, each verb can be interacted, attempted, answered. It depends on what you're specifically interacting with and on what object. Uh, Again, on the site, the link here, and then hands out results if need be. So there you go. That's how information is then processed and given back, and we can have people analyze it and tell you more about the individual at hand